So, my boyfriend asked me why I stopped calling him honey and started calling him peanut butter. And I said, well, it's because you're nutty and because you're 40% fat. And because you're not allowed in elementary schools. I'm not with him anymore. I'm single. I was listening to Ollie earlier talking about flirting with her doctor. I've also flirted with my doctor quite successfully, actually. He asked me to come by for a drink. He said, Lisa, I want you to stop by for a Pabst beer. Well, nothing special. Turned out like every other date, you know. My pants were off within 5 minutes. Like, he was done in 30 seconds. Next thing you know, I'm getting pushed out the door, told to get a blood test. I didn't even get a beer. It's tough meeting someone. I'm over 50, and I'm finding it actually tough doing comedy because all the shows are at 8 p.m. and that's the only time I get booty calls anymore. Like, I just got a text 5 minutes ago. You up? I was married a long time, and when I became single, I had to make some changes in my life. For instance, I realized pretty fast that I had to redecorate my bedroom. I took down the Robert Bateman print above the bed, cougar devouring prey. I got a cat, and I know why so many women get a cat when the husband moves out. It's because we kind of miss opening our eyes in the morning and seeing an asshole there. Well, you know, I'm not one of these women. I'm not one of these women that calls my cats my babies. I'm not their mommy. They're not my babies. My cat, he sees me walk around naked. He jumps in the bed with me. He wants me to stroke him all the time. So really, like, he's not my baby. He's more like my uncle. Just kidding. But sex is hard when you're over 50. I'm finding it's tougher. And not just because cat hair sticks to lube. I also find it really hard to stay in the mood with the talk radio in the background. Like, I had to lay down the law with this one guy. Just like, no phoning the station while we're fucking. Like, I don't care if you got a strong opinion about the garbage bylaws, you know? I was going through a bunch of old stuff, throwing out stuff. I found my Barbie dolls that I played with when I was a child. My favorite toys. Plastic bodies, no genitals. Today, my favorite toys are plastic genitals with no bodies. I recently read 50 Shades of Grey. Any of you ladies read that book that will admit to it? No, yeah? A couple, yeah. Well, I found that I got through that book very quickly, because you can turn the pages really fast when your fingers are wet. I reread it on the Kindle, and it was a lot slower. You know, it's fun to fantasize about bondage and kinky stuff. Doesn't work with a lady my age in reality. You know, just don't even try it with a lady over 50. You know, you can push her down on the bed, go to get the rope, bring out the rope to tie her up. Suddenly 5 cats come out of nowhere, they start batting the ends of the rope. So I have tried online dating, and I don't like it much, you know. The middle-aged men, they always post the same photo, not the fish one. I'm talking about the one where it was taken when they had their ex-wife beside them, and then they cropped her out, right? Like, I wish, guys, don't do that, you know? I need to see if she's wearing nice jewelry. You know? It's called research, right? But and the other thing that bugs me is the men always want to meet at Starbucks for the first date. I don't want to meet them at Starbucks. There's too many younger women hanging around in Starbucks, good-looking college girls. I don't need them standing next to me. So I just say meet me at Tim Hortons. The one that's just inside the Walmart. In Mission. Try dating some younger guys. You know, when my marriage broke up, I was not up on the trends, and I didn't know that men were like removing all the hair down there. So the first time I got with a young guy, I took a look at him and was like, oh my God, he's a minor. And he's like, no, I'm 25, it's okay. It's like, dude, are you sure we're in your mom's basement? Like, you got My Little Pony on the TV. Like, some 20-something guys actually go for women my age, and they actually try very hard to appeal to cougars. Some of them are getting their tattoos in large print typeface. One guy I dated recently, he had like the Rod Stewart lyrics on the chest and then some recipes and gardening tips underneath. Like, whole adult coloring book on the back. I dated a young guy. I think he was way too young. He was very innocent. I think he'd only been with an inflatable doll before. Because when I took my bra off, he started trying to blow air into my navel. I'm trying to stay in good physical condition for dating. You know, I'm doing the Kegel exercises. I assume everyone knows what those are. You know, like they're tightening the muscles down there, and it's pretty boring to do. So I found a way to make it fun. I make a game out of it. I get the biggest rubber dog bone I can find and put it halfway in, call the dog over for a tug of war. I'm just going to share, before I go, I'm just going to share with you my favorite way of meeting younger men. What I like to do is be a little bit sneaky. I like to dress very young and pretend I'm around 30 and go into a dark nightclub where everyone's drunk and pick up a 30-something guy. So if there's any 30-something guys in here, I'm just warning you that lady you bring home might be a little older than you think, like 25 years. And don't worry, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna have a great night. But the thing is, when you wake up the next morning in the daylight, you're gonna be really surprised when you look across the bed and you see Your clothes all neatly folded. And a bag lunch. And a scrapbook full of highlights from the night before. Thanks, I'm Lisa Person.
Give it up for Lisa Person.